policeman. So high.
I greet you with all humility. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and blessings be upon all of you. Welcome. I am extremely honored and humbled to be the presenter today, one of the presenters today, because there are many people here who could do a much better job than I am capable of. So it really leaves me humbled, and it knocks the wind out of my sail that I have this opportunity. I praise Allah and I ask Him to give me the opportunity to do justice, and that we speak only what is true, and that we leave no doubts as we walk this path of honesty, sincerity, and truthfulness. Now, what does a dentist say to you as you reluctantly recline in his chair? Relax. I assure you this will be totally painless. Yeah, right. The subject is very serious, so I will not make any jokes anymore. The pilgrimage to Makkah is a celebration of obedience. About 4 million believers will perform the 5-day pilgrimage to commemorate Prophet Ibrahim, may Allah be pleased with him, his obedience to Allah. So it's a commemoration of obedience. Prophet Ibrahim, may Allah be pleased with him, was set several very challenging tasks by Allah. Very challenging tasks. He rose to every occasion with distinction. His A++ performances earned him the title of Khalilullah, friend of Allah. His excellence, his A++ performance earned him that distinction, Khalilullah, friend of Allah. Let's look at just 2 of these challenges today. Let's study how these were accomplished, and most importantly, what lessons do they leave mankind? Not what lessons do they leave Muslims, what lessons do they leave mankind? That is Ibrahim alayhi salam, may Allah be pleased with him, his mission. Task number 1. Allah commanded Ibrahim to leave Hajara, that is Hagar, and his infant son Ismail in a desolate desert. These were desperate and stressful circumstances, but Ibrahim obeyed without debate, without question. He left them with some dates, a bag of water, and this supplication. Here's a prophet of Allah responding to a very stressful circumstance, leaving his wife and infant son in a desolate desert. He leaves them with dates, a skin bag of water, and this supplication. O our Lord, I have made some of my offspring to dwell in a valley without cultivation by thy sacred house, in order, O our Lord, that they might establish prayer. So fill the hearts of some among men with love towards them, and feed them with fruits, so that they might give thanks. I have left them there so that they might be engaged in prayer. Feed them with fruits so that they might be gracious, show thankfulness. What do we learn from this episode? We learn to recognize obedience. In fact, we learn to recognize two types of obedience. Firstly, there is the obedience that I give the police officer who demands that I pull over. There's the obedience that I give the IRS when I file by April 15th. And secondly, there is beautiful obedience. There's the obedience that is demonstrated by Ibrahim, may Allah be pleased with him. Obedience reinforced by passionate prayer, passionate supplication. And that supplication again, O our Lord, I have made some of my offspring to dwell in a valley without cultivation by thy sacred house, in order, O our Lord, that they may establish regular salah. So fill the hearts of some among men with love towards them, and feed them with fruits, so that they may give thanks. Chapter 14, verse 37. 2 points of special note in this powerful supplication. Number 1, Ibrahim did not say, O our Lord, you asked me to leave some of my offspring in a valley without cultivation, and I have complied with your request. He did not say this. Why? Allah is perfect. How can anyone comply with the wishes of one who is perfect? A mere human is bound to come up short in fulfilling the wishes of perfection. Ibrahim acknowledges his humble efforts in the phrasing of this supplication. I have left them. Any fault is mine. You are perfect. You are beyond reproach. Number 2, despite the stress and the anxiety of the moment, Ibrahim finds the composure and the presence of mind to mention 2 very important attributes of a believer. The first attribute, to establish regular prayer. And the second attribute, to give thanks, to be gracious for what we have. Let's take a moment for personal introspection at this point. Do I pray regularly? Or am I one of those persons who pray when the going gets rough? We all know the answer to that. Each of us will answer these questions within their souls. The second point of introspection. Am I a thankful person, or am I a give me more person? Each of us will answer this question within our souls. And as we traverse the future path of life, let's answer these questions and adjust our lifestyles appropriately. That's my plea to you. Task number 2. Allah commanded Ibrahim to sacrifice his son Ismail. Imagine for a moment that you have been charged with this order. How will you break the news to your son? What would be his response? Here is the actual dialogue preserved in the Quran. Then, when the son reached the age of serious work with him, Ibrahim said, "O my son, I see in a vision that I sacrifice you. Now, what is your thought? What is your point of view?" And the son said, "O my father, do exactly as you have been commanded. You will find me, if Allah wills, practicing patience." What lessons do we take away? What is a lesson for humanity? What is the lesson for humankind? Prophet Ibrahim, may Allah be absolutely pleased with him, is calm, he is focused, and he is controlled. There is no fear, there is no panic, there is no anxiety in his communication. He is as casual as if he is saying, I see in a vision that you graduate from Princeton University with a degree in quantum physics. That's how casual he is. A cool and focused approach is essential when communicating the will of an omnipotent Lord. You need to be cool. You need to be controlled. And most of all, you cannot show anxiety and fear because Allah is free of all those negativities. Prophet Ibrahim makes no effort to swing or influence the decision in any way. He only presents the facts. Notice, he does not specifically mention that the sacrifice is Allah's request. I see in a vision that I sacrificed you. He did not say that Allah has commanded me to do this. Here we see Ibrahim demonstrating another very important principle of obedience to Allah. Obedience to Allah is beautiful so long as it flows freely. No compulsion, no pressure, and definitely no emotional warfare. By asking his opinion, Prophet Ibrahim displays the greatest respect for his son's emotional, intellectual, and spiritual maturity. This is in sharp contrast with many of us parents today who cannot even have a civil discussion with their 13-year-olds because of a soured relationship. So instead of criticizing Ibrahim alayhi salam, let's learn something from him. Let's see his dialogue with his son and compare it with our station in life where we dare not speak to our 13-year-olds, leave alone ask them about a sacrificial situation in life. Of course, the young Ismail comes through with flying colors. His decision is firm and resolute. Oh, my father, do as you have been commanded. You will find me, if Allah wills, practicing patience. These few words speak volumes. Ismail sets his father at ease by telling him, I know that this is the command of Allah. Go ahead and comply. He also leaves mankind with two very important theorems of reality. Not theories of relativity, theorems of reality. The first one, a matter that has already been decided by Allah is not a matter to be negotiated. If Allah has decided, I am not going to negotiate. And the second theorem of reality in life, success, the ability to accept the will of Allah is only possible with His help. If I am going to accept the sacrifice, it is only possible if Allah helps me. You will find me, if Allah wills, practicing patience. The scene closes with Allah saying, O Ibrahim, thou hast indeed fulfilled thy vision. Thus indeed do we reward those who do right. For this was obviously a trial, and we ransomed him with momentous sacrifice. We ransomed him with momentous sacrifice. The phrase, a momentous sacrifice, must be appreciated both in the literal and the figurative dimensions. In the literal sense, Ismail's life was ransomed by a timely substitution. A fine sheep or ram was sacrificed instead. And in the figurative sense, it demonstrates that Allah wants our will and our devotion, but not our lives. If we offer ourselves unselfishly, He will use us for further advancement and not for personal destruction. In conclusion, let's count the rewards for beautiful obedience. Let's look back at the beautiful rewards that come from beautiful obedience. The rewards are truly phenomenal. That desolate, uninhabited spot in the desert, that spot that he left his beloved, became Makkah, a city of miracles, a city which expands every year to extend hospitality to 4 million pilgrims without a whisper of complaint. Bring 4 million pilgrims to Trenton suddenly, and all hell will break loose. Every year, 4 to 5 million Muslims go to Makkah, and it expands miraculously to accommodate without a whisper of complaint. A city of miracles. In response to baby Ismail's thirst, the fountain of Zamzam gushed forth. The fountain of Zamzam is a natural spring of sweet water which has quenched the thirst of tens of millions of pilgrims for generations, for centuries, and continues to this day in one of the driest spots on earth. A living miracle indeed. In his supplication, Ibrahim, may Allah be pleased with him, had asked Allah to protect his family. Allah responded by protecting the entire mankind with the keys to total forgiveness, the gift of Hajj. Remember what the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said. A person who performs the pilgrimage, the Hajj, with humility and sincerity, returns as if he was born that very day, free of all sins. I thank you for your kind attention. And oh yes, one more thing. The next time you come, you'll need a root canal. Thank you.